Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Restorations and Repairs. Today I'll be taking a look at this. This is the equivalent, well actually, and this is why these folks reached out. Otofix, I did a review of this here about a month ago now, maybe 2 months by the time this video gets posted. And Otofix is like the Autel's, like, I won't say lower end brand, but it's the economy brand, you know, like the, maybe it doesn't have every feature and function, but it's still pretty darn capable. I was actually really impressed with it. Well, Kingbolen, which is the manufacturer of all the launch products, and I've got a lot of launch products. In fact, I've got some new ones that I'm going to be taking a look at here shortly. But they reached out to me and said, hey, we also have like another brand. So Launch is our premium brand, much like Autel is the premium brand. And Kingbolen is their economy brand, is their value brand. So they sent me this, the K7 Smart Scan tool. I'm kind of curious. I'm a huge fan of Launch stuff. And you know, those are my opinions. I'm not being paid to say that. All right, so, well, I guess before we even open it here, it just says Kingbolen K7 is a great upgrade from the vast majority of basic diagnostic tools. It can diagnose the engine system, read erase codes, and post-96 cars. Pretty standard stuff here. So let's go ahead and we'll get it opened up and turn it on and see what we got here. Nice, okay. So it does come with a like a hard-sided but flexible case, if that makes sense, like a nylon case, but it is rigid. All right, and then we'll unzip that and see what we got here. Oh, okay, so it's bigger than I thought it would be, honestly. So we do have the main unit. I'll set that aside for right now. And we do have a wireless Bluetooth dongle, which is really nice. So again, an economy or a value branded scan tool, but it does have wireless diag, which is nice. This looks like our plugs for various countries. We got European stuff on here, but here's our US one. So we'll just switch that out here. There we go. So now we have a USB US standard plug. And it also comes with a USB-C cable for data transfer and for charging. Okay, so not a ton in English. Looks like 8 pages in English. So the tool's probably pretty self-explanatory. We're about to find out together. All right, let me get this out of the way. And we can get this thing going here. So let's take a look at the main unit. Power button on off, right? On the bottom here, those I/O ports. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, so we have USB-C for charging, USB regular for probably transfer of data, or who knows. I mean, just the regular stuff you might need a USB port for. On the back, we do have a camera. Does not look like there's a flash, just the camera. And it is the model K7. Does have like a, you know, a big handle here to hold on to things with. I like that. And it's interesting, it looks like maybe there is like a handle that could go in there. There's some definite spots to screw stuff into, but it's not having, this unit didn't come with it, I should say. The only thing I am not seeing that I prefer is a kickstand. I like it when I can rest my laptop either on the steering wheel or my scan tool on the steering wheel or whatnot. But let's go ahead and power it on. And let's take a look. Now the software looked different than Launch's, but the interface doesn't necessarily mean that the software itself is much different. Now any Otofix, that was pretty much standard Autel software. So I really had a hard time, other than speed, I guess, figuring out what the change between Autel and Otofix was. Okay, so here's our splash screen. I will say it booted fairly quickly. Came with a 95% charge. We're gonna go ahead and I'll do the setup here and then I'll come back to this. All right, well, we're in, and here we are with this thing. Drop down menu here. We can adjust brightness, we can adjust volume, record, snapshot, you know, whether we want to take our thing in camera mode, all that stuff is available there. Store, if you want to go in there and purchase additional software. Right now there's none available, so it's pretty well filled in, but if you wanted to, it's definitely a place that eventually it will have stuff, I guess. Under the repair info, we got Chrome, Yahoo Mail, so we can directly email customers from this. calculator, file manager, OB default code, videos, learning. So learning is the online manual. Remember I showed you there was only like 8 pages of a printed manual, but it's all there. And there's user's manual. Coverage list as well. Square point of sale. This I'm kind of curious. Is this... yeah, wow. Okay, this is kind of huge. This is kind of huge. This is online. This is how this is management software. This is something I've been asking for out of scan tool manufacturers. Launch, to their huge credit, on their premium tools, they are unlocked, so you can download apps. We use Shopware at my shop, and so we have the access to, you know, do video diag, not video diag, but, you know, like we do our inspections on cars. We can document it with video. We can document it with photos. We can then send that directly to customers. That is what this is, and it's also, it looks like it's a way to build estimates and whatnot. So really, 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 really cool that that is coming. So that is cool. Okay. All right, let's get back out of that. Wow. All right, update, self-explanatory. Millions of updates will be. I don't want to click on that because then it's going to want to do updates for the next like 4 hours straight. Modules. Let's see what other modules are. Yeah. Oh wow. Wow. Okay. Cool. So battery tester I was aware of. I did not know the oscilloscope, the launch oscilloscope module works with this tool as well. So that is super cool. Then we have a printer, a borescope or videoscope, and a tire pressure monitoring system, probably for programming. Very cool that you can get those and work with it. Our file system, that goes without saying. Settings, let's get into that. So we have, this is pretty much, I just closed that accidentally. Right, here's all the things we can do here. Diagnostics, screencast, file manager, firmware fix, like what things we want to switch and change up on. Business management is where I can enter in my personal info so that when I send an email, it has all that there. Customer management, again, you can now enter in customer info. It's going to save the file, save any work you do to the car so it remembers it. This doesn't seem very basic, does it? Okay, so this is it as far as the screen goes, and then we're set. We have our, let's see what we have here. And so, air, fuel, ABS bleed, AdBlue, airbag, BMS, brake, coolant, DPF, EGR, ETS, gear. Yeah, it's got all of them and then some. Oil light reset, steering angle sensors, seat relearn, start-stop relearn. Some of these I don't even know. Transport, tire changing at the size. I'm not sure what sus means or sun means, to be honest with you. So every once in a while I come across something new. There you go. All right, so then we have the last two, and we'll go out to a car now with this. But we have OBD, which is like generic entry into any car. And then we have scan, which is going to bring us into vehicle-specific information. And we'll see what we can do here. Now, I don't expect a ton of bi-directional controls at this price point, but it'll be interesting to see what this can do. We're going to hook it up to the Sienna, 2011 Sienna, and we will see how deep it can get into the subsystems. So let's head on out to the car and check it out. Engine running, so there may be a few things we're not allowed to do here, but we are going to get into, we got auto search to figure out what's going on, demo mode, and then we get into our list of vehicles. I'll go through that real quickly. Wow, definitely looks full featured. Yeah, holy cow. But all the big and small players are certainly accounted for. Wow. And we're going to get in there with the 16 pin. And it's going to do a code search or like a system search, it looks like. Right, so we have the report here, and I can get into TPMS. And we can read what the codes are. In this case, we're missing 2 of the sensors are dead. And in another video, I'm going to program new sensors for you on this car and put that out. And we can read data stream. So if you wanted to, let's go in here and we'll see that it's showing like terrible readings, negatives or something like that. What was it, ID 1 and 4 was it? Or let's see here, maybe I can't remember which ones was bad at that point, but all right, so we'll go with OK. And here we go. So there's our stuff here, and you can see. And what kind of special function do we have here? Let's see. ID registration, so we can register new sensors to this car. That's pretty cool. Signal check, and what's customized? Let's see what kind of goodies we have here. So special settings brings you into special settings for the whole car, it looks like. Open door warning, hazard answer back, wireless control, panic function, auto lock time. Like, we want this thing to lock, right? So we can set that. We could change that if we want to. And we're going to do it. There we go. Let's change it to 30 seconds. And it's done. Crazy. So for a value branded tool, this thing has some pretty cool stuff that it can do. Wow. Awesome. Okay. So let's back out of that. All right. Let's get out of this altogether here. And let's check out the engine. Let's see what it has here. And we'll read the fault code for it. Laser sensor. So a history code. When this car was in heavy rain during the storm, if you're not aware, I live in the mountains of North Carolina, and most of where I live no longer exists due to flooding. It causes these things not to work right. So if you want to, you can click on this and it'll bring up Chrome right there. You can enter in your code and go from there and kind of check to see if there's anything out there for it. But we'll just back out of there and let's go ahead and clear it. It was able to do that no problem. We can take a look at our freeze frame, our live stream, I mean. And we got a bunch. Holy cow. Okay. We'll just pick a couple of these. And there's a lot of them. Okay. And here we go with our live data. Wow. Okay. That's cool. Almost immediate response on how fast this thing is able to read through Bluetooth. We can also go in and look at it as a chart. Cool. And then if we want to record that, we can record right from there. So just so you're aware of that. And then we can also save it and make it part of the report. All right, actuation tests. Let's see what things we can turn on and off in this. All right, the vehicle is running, so I can't do any of this right now, but we can turn the fuel pump on and off. Cooling fan on and off. Vacuum pump on and off. VVT. Open up the throttle. Wow. Solenoids for the transmission, so lots of stuff. And I'll check. I'm not sure there's anything. All right, so special functions here is we can check our readiness. We can reset memory, do a hard reset, reset our oil light, which is not on currently, so I don't need to do that. Throttle matching and customization. So pretty impressive pile of goodies here. Awesome. Yeah. Well, I guess that's about it. It surprises me with the bi-directional controls and the customization. There's tools that I own that cost 4 times this that don't do that. So for that, I would say it's a good value. A lot of people don't know the Kingbolen name, but if you own a launch product, you own a Kingbolen. I mean, they're literally the U.S. distributor. Like, there's USA launch, which I think is kind of a scam. It's the same product for 4 times the price. And then there's global launch. Kingbolen handles all of global launch, and yeah, they've never done me wrong, so I've been happy with their products. Till next time, my friends, take care.